to find in the outback, you know?
There's a lot of giant spiders.
There is, but we are going to be moving in to our map here. It's going to be a King of the Hill looking on Nepal.
Nepal is going to be the place where the battles are going to be happening here. And take a look, we got main tank Custa.
Yeah, you know, I like to see that. He's a big brain player. And also, in addition to that, we have the Hotba Tour.
All right, I'm down for this right now. Of course, Hotba, the veteran presence being added to the charge, a player who definitely saw his share of action in the
Look how deep
Overwatch League. And oh man, already it's going crazy. Agility's going to pick up 2.
That was an incredibly deep chase there for Chara. They were just going to pick it up. Iyazaki chasing so deep. Now Space getting the Torb turret, but Agility's trading his life with Happy. Happy very charged up on the point of that Symmetra.
And Happy, he's a player that we were told to watch out for. Is the player that Hex was telling us, you know what, if any player is going to be crazy this season, it's going to be Happy. And already doing well in the Symmetra. Look out when he gets to play on hit scan.
No, neither team has flipped the point just yet. Iyazaki just being a menace on the Hammond, flying around, trying to catch any of the slow-moving supports. And so far, no one really has a clear advantage yet.
Happy, meanwhile, looking for the Bastion, and, you know, we're paused. But I do want to tell you that when we unpause, I think Bastion's going to be gone.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, Happy's in a very good position to pick up here, and I think that the Bastion is not situated to have that fight when he has the TP up. He can just get out. Happy can just get out too, and he's got that crazy tracking.
This is where Happy makes Symmetra look like a god to everyone, and you just go, wait, the only reason why we weren't able to win is that we didn't get the Symmetra.
No, and Symmetra is a very important character in the Mystery Heroes, because once you get that first fight, you get the momentum. You have your shield. You have plenty of value to be had. So, you know, you just play around your sim. You just let your sim's mobility just bring it. You know, maybe you have a hodgepodge of heroes because you are Mystery Heroes. You let the TP do the work for you. And like you talked about, Happy, sort of lauded a little bit by Hex.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. I've seen him play. I've seen his play on stream, particularly on the ranked ladder. And even though it's not a great representation, he is really, really good. As we get right back in here, and you're correct, the Bastion is actually still, no, KSF is gone, but Custa's on Bastion as well.
And Custa's, he's had enough of being a main tank, ends up getting swapped over.
I know Bruce.
Yeah, and
Bruce agrees.
Bruce loves it.
Bruce is a big fan.
You know, when you get the dogs cheering into, you know you got a good game, but all right, so far, Happy doing quite a bit of work on this Metro. Gonna have shield up here in just a moment.
However, while that happened, Valiant just sneak caps the point. They had Iyazaki on there, and they were just able to sneak cap it.
Oh, Chara on the ground. They take care of Iyazaki, and Happy moving forward, holding on to ult. Just a little bit of Junkrat chasing, and just gonna drop the shield right in the middle of the point. Pretty good for giving your team max ability to play around it, but it's still going well for the Valiant.
And right here, Shu is trying to delay, but there's just so much damage on the point for Valiant. They're playing the shield so well, though, for Guangzhou. They pick up those frags. Happy, he's fully charged. He has a lot of damage. And when you have so much damage as Sim, you can do a lot.
Well, the thing about Happy here that's actually pretty magnificent is that this is a chaotic game, and usually people are just going to die because they get flanked for one reason or another, and Happy is continuing to not only deal good damage, but always be in a good spot.
Happy is, and when people underestimate how much damage you do as Symmetra, especially when you get that high charge on the left click on that main fire. Hoppa going in so deep, getting so many dash resets. Is he going to be able to get another one? He does, and he's going to get out. He's going to blade.
Moving for Farah.
One more slash. He misses the slash.
He's one more. No,
he's very upset. Hoppa, rest in peace. Space going to be able to get out. Shu will pick him up. But you like to see those anime blades, as I like to call them. You like to see those anime blades. He wasn't able to pick it up.
Your blade did not cut deep enough is kind of what we just saw there. But you know what? He's still alive, still doing quite well here in the Genji, and so far it has been a very charge-dominated game.
And, you know, we have the double Ana, the KSF bait double Ana here.
This is big. Shu is an incredibly good Widowmaker. Yeah, support is his bread and butter, but I've seen him dominate a game one too many times Widow to take that as anything other than a serious threat.
Oh, look how deep the charge went here. They do get antied. They're going to get cleaned up slowly but surely, but Shu getting those picks means that there will still be a recontest potential for charge.
We're going to be used here for the charge, and Shu is a problem. Shu doing enough damage to build up the infra site on the top-hand side. Gonna deal with Custa. His Widow is really good and you get space.
He can't be stopped. Nope. He also is getting that support from Chara as well, but Iyazaki, he's very low. He just needs to retain his charge, which he will. But remember, he has to use that charge to beat the charge. That's coming back to the point.
That's not going to get charge septed at all.
No, it's not.
But Shu going to be jumping over here to the top still on the Widow, grabs another. Just dominance coming out, and you know it kind of carries on the tradition we saw from the previous matches that, yeah, put your support player on Widow. Watch it work.
And it has been working very well because that's going to be the first stage picked up for the charge. Shu just being very, very dominant on the Widow once he got set up.
and of course, it is Mystery Heroes. So just to reiterate, teams are not getting to choose what they play here, but so far it has been a joy to watch. Where I think the scary thing here is Happy, where he did a lot of work for being on the sim.
I mean, Sim is a good hero. Sim is a much better hero than she used to be. I still won't say she's a good hero necessarily. I won't say she's particularly relevant in the meta, but I will say she's much better than she used to be, especially in the right compositions. So when you see someone like Happy who just has incredible like tracking, that DPS mechanics, and they get set up, they get that high charge, you can do a lot.
Let me ask you this as we go forward here. Is Happy going to have a fun time in the Orisa versus the double Shimada, double Hanzo, just cannons of arrows coming in?
Happy won't have a good time, but I think the rest of his team will actually still be in a very good position, because when they're running this Widow as well and the Ana's in that can take advantage of the shield, it actually does allow you to play a little bit slower.
Shu on the Widow still. On the top, looking for an early pickoff. Where again, Shu is a legit threat on this hero. It's something that he could play in a traditional match and do well. Finds KSF early, and he has a lot of room to work with.
Yeah, set up by that slam from Rio on the Hammond. He's going to get Fate. He's going to get Agilities, and look at Shu go.
3 early pickoffs from Shu, where, again, his Widow is top tier. It always has been. This is not just a Mystery Heroes thing.
No, it is not. Shu has been he's always been a sort of a threat on that Widowmaker. And now they're going to be controlling the point charge. They're going to be able to play around the Orisa play slow. Shu is playing extremely aggressively, just trying to get poke damage.
Shu back on out here, getting more space.
Oh!
Pops Agilities. He can't be stopped.
And now he is going to go. Yeah, he's stopped. He is stopped, but at the cost of space, giving his life for the frag as well. So now it's really just, we'll be able to get anything else. Char gets the hook, gets the pick off on the KSF. So now Char's still in a very good position.
I take no responsibility for Shu's demise there.
You take no, well, that's the caster curse.
Yeah, that is, it can't be stopped. Rocket, done.
However, Hoppa will have that nano. Custa so close to EMP as well.
And of course, EMP, that's something that can change the tide of battle here. So far, it's been very charge dominated. Happy, down, Custa. Looking good move on it. 6-on-5 advantage, drops the EMP, and should be enough.
That EMP was all they needed. They were already down players. Charge had already lost them. They pretty much, specifically, they lost Happy. But that's going to be the point flipped. And returned Fate. 87% on the grab. Izaki almost to that rally. Will Char just get far? He will. That's what I like to call Roadhog the ult battery character, because sometimes he just donates a generous amount of ult charge.
And Char just goes, you know, hopefully they won't find me here. Oh, not only did they find me, they just built a metric ton of ults. Where they've been lucky at nothing else. Happy's been stuck on support.
And Custa still staying on that Sombra means that he can keep building another EMP, but Fate died with the grab. He was not able to get it off, which is a pretty big loss.
Back KSF though on the Tracer here. Valiant looking to regroup. Still in a decent position in control of the point, and it's slow push here. It's a Orisa Bastion. You know, kind of like siege tanks in StarCraft.
Now Hoppa, he's managed to make it to his Orisa shield, but the problem is he's caught on both sides. They dropped the Mei wall on one side to protect them. Will Char be able to save? They have the double main shield with Kib and Chara. Can they keep Hoppa alive?
Julius was able to pick off Happy before we do any serious damage. Hoppa, though, in the corner, so well protected. It's more
Both the Orisas are here. Both the Orisas are here. Can they use the shields? There's Agility's right on them. Kib picks him up. He's got it. Chara, though. Can they keep Hoppa alive? This is it. Keeping Hoppa alive.
This is the true Bastion protection plan right now. They're trying desperately to move on in.
They can't get him. He's self-healing. They still haven't got him yet.
They were able to get one Orisa, and then they were able to get through, deal with him. No tank mode is going to be coming out here, and Rio goes, wait, where's the Bastion? It's gone.
However, KSF, he just possessed that pulse bomb. He wasn't able to get the kill. Almost pulled into the pulse bomb. There you go. He picks up Happy, picks up Rio. So this should be Valiant flipping the point.
But it is going to mean a whole new slew of heroes coming in for the charge, and Happy again, not getting the longer range hit scan he'd want, but Torbjorn.
Torbjorn.
And Kib got Hanzo. That is a comfort hero for Kib if there ever was one.
And even while this is happening, Hoppa picks up Custa, which means he will not have EMP anymore, and also forces the recall from KSF. So now Charge, they're looking in a pretty good situation here.
Izaki in trouble, taking down 2 uncontested picks coming in here by the Charge. They're already on the point.
Hotba!
Valiant just getting wrecked on all sides here, and it's a blizzard from Mei, and not speaking the ult, just outright icicles.
And right now, Hoppa's been doing so much damage. He's gotten 3 kills already. Shu and Kib chasing into the spawn. Will he get another? No. Kib's going to get that frag, but I do not think Valiant will be able to touch the point. That'll be first map.
Charge being absolutely dominant there in a way that we haven't really seen today. And the scary thing there, you take a look at, is that they had to play off heroes for a lot of that, where they didn't have a ton of, yes, I finally got my signature hero. Happy was never in his, the place he wants to be hero-wise and getting long-range hit scan.
Well, Shu was on his hero that he wanted, though.
Which is funny because, I mean, he is general and support, but Widow is basically a second main for him. He's that good on it.
And he showed it. He did a lot. He really did a lot. I was impressed with Hoppa's Maybe in there, too, as well. I mean, could have been the lore advantage. You get that biome advantage. It's very cold outside on Nepal, so he's getting that extra that frost just sort of damage buff. That's a thing, right?
You know what? I'd like to think it's a thing. If it's not, then you know what? It should be. It should be. Not really. Not really.
No, not really. That would be a little silly. That would be a little extra silly, and we're already a little silly here in the Mystery Heroes, so that would be extra doses of silly. You can't have that much silly.
You suddenly just like, we're just gonna run May on all this, and then if we ever have a hero that's sitting tons and tons of fire, no, let's just avoid that.
I agree.
Keep the environment cosmetic.
I agree, and but it's gonna be Charge going up 1-0 so far in the Mystery Heroes, and let's ask again predictions. Predictions. What are we going for? Charge, Valiant. How are you feeling?
You see, here's the thing: is that it's already tilted so far in favor of the Charge, right? They look dominant on map 1, and you'd have to go. You have to expect the Valiant to do something to bring it back above and beyond, or just have the RNG gods go more in their favor. I'm just gonna play the stats here. I'm gonna say Charge is gonna.
You're gonna say Charge are gonna play stats. I'm gonna play the opposite of stats. I'm gonna say my boy Space, my boy Agilities.
All right.
Brady Girardi, the rest of Valiant as well. They're gonna bring it back. Okay, I believe in them. Mystery Heroes once again, Valiant. If you want to prove that you are the superior Mystery Hero team, because the Battle of LA is so important, it's such a hype matchup. It's not just about you, the Gladiators and Valiant playing each other. It's about who is better at Mystery Heroes. So Valiant, pick it up, and I'm believing in you. I put my confidence in you. So don't let me down.
I need to wind us back a little bit. So you could just call him Brady because you're cool like that.
Yeah, I'm cool like that. I know Brady like that. Oh, what up, chat?
It's just
That's
nothing
cool.
to you. It's nothing
to me.
All right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify that
Whatever.
for chat purposes because this is something that certainly chat above all else.
Yeah.
They like to know.
Yeah, it's whatever, huh? Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous, chat.
But we are waiting to get in the map too. There are some substitutions coming in, so we're not going to banter too much longer. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, map 2 and right at ya. The Charge came out strong in map number 1 here in the Overwatch League 2019 Community Countdown over the Valiant, where, of course, this is Mystery Heroes. We're seeing a lot of variety from the teams, but it has been good to watch and entertaining here so far. And the question is, will the Valiant bounce back? Certainly Avast seems
I
to
think they
so.
can. I think they can. I think, it's that's the first map. I mean, granted, we go to best of 2 or best of 3 technically. Whoever wins the second map wins. So technically, there might only be 1 map left in the series. But I think they can bring it back. I think we can need another 3rd map. We've seen how many. Has every match so far been 3 maps?
I think it
has, right?
So it's been back and forth, and the teams have been playing about as hard as you can expect. Where it has not been a rarity to see a support go, you know what, I'm actually a pretty good Widow, and we've seen that back-to-back games here where, again, that wasn't just something made up on the fly. Otherwise, Shu has been an incredibly good Widow that has carried matches at the contenders level with that before, kind of showing that, it might be a rough and tumble game, but still has some pretty good Widow play in him.
He does. I mean, he popped off. But, like we said, don't count out my boy, Brady Girardi. That's right.
Oh, yeah. I imagine the chat probably calmed down a little bit and otherwise, and then suddenly you've brought it all back. Where, by the way, I do want to say, chat, we have not forgotten about you. We did set up a donation setup, and there are subs and channel and all the rest. Where we're treating things more like a traditional broadcast, but I assure you, we will take a point here to read that out on stream and go through that, even if it's at the very end. That's something that we're going to do there. So don't act like your support has been forgotten. We're just trying to keep this as close to a traditional broadcast.
As close to a broadcast as possible, when it is possible. So obviously, though, the support is very, very, very well received, and we haven't forgotten about you by any means. Okay, we're currently carving your names into a variety of, I don't know. We're gonna make some monuments to you. We're gonna put them about. I'll find some space. Put them up.
Are you sure you could follow through on this?
Oh, I can put some monuments up. I can follow up on putting them up.
What's your definition
of a monument? You're doing the carving.
Oh, okay.
You're going to be doing
the
stonework.
Because I am so well known for my dexterous ability to carve things.
Yeah,
that's me right now. That is absolutely me.
I'm more of a decorator. I'll do the feng shui type of stuff. Like you're the actual hands-on doing the carving.
Guys, I got to tell you, when I took art way back in the day, you know what my idea of art was? Stick figures. Never got beyond it.
Yeah, well, that's fine. You can just make a stick figure monument to and just put their Twitch handle underneath it.
Wow.
That's all I need.
That is the definition of pure art there. So just give an update, guys. We're waiting for the players to get involved. Where what is going on in the backfield is that some players are going up on stage for the first time. So just getting used to things, getting the peripherals set up. And once that is all done, we'll be going in as, I don't know, my headset continually just kind of.
Well, that's what happens when, you're you.
Yeah.
There's a big brain in that head, and so your headset has to adjust to fit the match.
Either that or the headset's just like, I need to get away. I'm almost there. It's like, no, he's captured me and put me back.
But we do have everyone still get on stage. Like, could be, everyone has to swap off their peripherals. They have to get the league ops people have to be like, come on, guys. Like, as we saw from Fusion yesterday, you saw Fusion rolling around in chairs on the stage. So, for all I know, the Titans could be doing that still in victory after their last matchup. They could still be running around the stage in chairs, or maybe they're just, Charge is figuring out, what wacky, zany comp will they come up with next in Mystery Heroes, because, they have to have a good synergy moving in.
I don't want to name drop any of the player ops people. I'm just imagining them just going, guys, you got to get off the stage. You won a while back. We've already mapped into the next thing. It was like, no, we're still celebrating. We don't know. We don't have a camera on the stage right now.
We don't.
It could be a thing.
It's just us. We just have each other. We don't have the stage camera. We're just doing our own thing.
Vancouver could be there. One of the ideas that Flame had yesterday for the winners here in the preseason is the idea, the community countdown, I should say, is the idea that you win, you get a pizza party. A pizza party is thrown in your honor.
A pizza party, huh?
Yeah.
Could you get to pick the toppings to get for the pizza party?
No.
Well.
But they will have one pizza that's gluten-free just as a peace offering.
Okay. Well, that's fair. That's fair, I guess. But we have managed to enter, and we're on Numbani.
We're in Numbani. And, oh, wow.
That's the double torp.
That is double torp.
That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see right there.
That is a real situation where Aardvark might be paying off.
Oh, it will pay off, 100%. If you set up a crossfire, you have both torps. Their turrets are just interlocking.
Happy's bad luck does continue though. He's on Lucio once more, not on a long range.
Hey, we saw Prophet frag out on Lucio earlier.
Look, I'm not saying
it's very possible with Happy.
Maybe they just need to throw in that level of disadvantage. But Rio already chunking down 2, subbing in for the Charge, and man,
chunking down 3.
Yeah,
he got
and more.
He's gotten the turret. I mean, I think this is gonna be a rough setup depending on what the composition rolls up here, because they have the shield, they have the hog to hook you into them, and they have the sustain of both the Lucio and the soldier heals. It's going to be a little rough to break through.
And Charge is more than willing to just hold far up here. They're setting up Rio really well, but man, is he slamming it down with excellent tracking so far.
Right now, they're just holding so aggressively. They're going to set up some nice hook pull combos. You see that often from the Orisa hog. You use the halt to just bring them close and the hook to bring them in. As Agilities picks up Eileen as he's playing Torb. He's two!
Agilities on Torb, making Mangachu happy out there somewhere. And off those 2 early Torb picks, here come the Valiant, just able to roll in. And the Reaper cleanup, that is likely it.
No, that's not the Reaper cleanup. That was the Torb cleanup, you know? That was some straight up, that was some Torb cleanup, and I like that. I like that a lot from Agility. So good work. Rio is going to go down late as well to KSF. And this is looking like Valiant can control.
Are you sure you want to keep calling him Agilities and not Brady?
You're right, yeah. I should be calling him Brady.
I mean, you should still be calling him Agilities, but, you know, every now and then you got to let people know that you're cool with that.
And now Kuki somehow got onto his main. He's playing Winston right now, you know, he got swapped onto there. As Valiant just chases so aggressively, there's the Blade.
Ooh.
And honestly, he didn't get a lot of drive through that. It was Iazaki doing most of the work.
Well, you know, maybe it's the idea is that use the Blade while you have it, because if you die when you have it and get swapped, guess what? You know, you don't have it anymore, so.
And Kip has been playing so safe, he's about to have EMP. So this is going to be the chance for Charge to really come back and test the point. Because if they get out there before Kareev is able to get that rally, this should be a fight win.
And EMP, of course, really, really strong under any circumstances, but certainly in Mystery Heroes where you don't really have the ability to set up and, you know, have a Transcendence in reserve to use right as it comes in. That isn't much of a thing in most cases. Iazaki gonna go down, gets Chara, the Reaper from up above, crashes to the ground and does quite a bit of work here for the Valiant.
And that's going to be the cleanup on to Shu. Happy, 50%, but it's going to go down. That's going to be both the Sombras. Probably, they're not really getting a lot of it. Kid decides to stay alive. He really wants to stay on Sombra. He wants to get this EMP up. But now Charge are in a situation where they're going to be running into the Death Blossom and they have nothing.
Well, the Monkey Paw does activate again where Happy goes, I want to be a long-range hit scan. Gets Bastion.
When he gets Bastion, that's a long-range hit scan.
I mean, the wish has come true. Meanwhile, Iazaki holding on. Death Blossom here just lets it loose.
Oh, the reflect, though. Chara just reflecting back. But getting one frag even. Can they deny the res, though? That's the real question because Shu will be going for that res. He does get it. But they've already capped. Valiant's capped the point all while that's happening.
So, I mean, you got your teammate up, but the point is gone. Where, to be fair, teams don't exactly hold on point being Nambani a whole lot anyway. So, teams have done a little bit better job in recent times of contesting.
Now, for this next fight, KSF will have the Blade soon. Zuki has the Primal. And look at Bunny just walking so aggressively with the orb.
Yeah, Bunny just walking down the street. He's Reaper. He's healing himself as he goes and gets Eileen.
Right now, I think my predictions could come true if this offense continues and maybe a good defense. Valiant actually looking, a little angry after their first Mystery Heroes defeat. They want to bring it back.
Meanwhile, speaking of anger, Dragonblade's going to be coming out here soon. And look, the way it is in Mystery Heroes where you don't have counter ults a lot of time, KSF's going to move in. Blade out, gets Mercy, gets a Sombra. 2 so far and looking for more.
Well, he isn't able to get any more, but he will be cleaned up still on the point. There goes Eileen with the Symmetra shield, but a little too late. And that's going to be Valiant with a blazingly fast Nubani time.
This is very, very quick.
And really, when you look at that, I just feel that Charge have a lot of momentum to make up. That was just a brutal offense, and we see here, Chara with his reflect up top, getting the sometimes when you're playing Reaper, this is a risk you have when you hold for the Genji alive.
Yeah, Chara just goes, cool, you're spinning with shotguns. Let me just walk slowly into you, holding up my blade.
But
Works
now,
out.
there's still plenty of chance for the Charge to bring it back because we are playing Mystery Heroes, and sometimes the luck of the draw is the most important.
This can be scary, where I don't normally look at Reaper historically as going to be a crazy pop-off hero, but it's certainly been strong here today, and you look for the Charge, not one Reaper, but 2, and more importantly, Happy is on one of those Reapers, so that should be something to watch.
But they do not have any supports, but neither does Valiant, so this is actually, they have a lot more self-sustain. It's really just their chance to make use of the double Reapers here with their main tanks.
Yeah, I mean, who needs a support? Heal yourself.
Yeah, as long as they
Help
engage
yourself.
aggressively with Kib and Rio, this could be a quite good engagement for the Reapers.
Happy takes a whole lot of damage early on, going to be a bit out of the fight for a
Well,
while,
bye-bye,
finding health
Rio.
back. So, Charge down 1 early, and Happy, even though he'd love to go in, I think they're going to wait for reinforcements, especially when choose down. I say that.
Bye-bye, Happy. He's 1 HP, he'll go down soon enough. And
So-
this is one of the problems with the Reapers DP. When you don't have a lot of mobility, you don't have a D.Va to enable them, you don't have a lot to enable them, they're just going to get shot down.
To be fair, what I was saying was accurate. I don't really know why he went in there aside from maybe just wanting a new hero, and you know, he gets to spread his wings a little bit here. Gets to go in on the far.
And we have to double Orisa, the double shield take setup again. And really, if I'm Charge, I'm looking to set up my shields and put Rio behind them.
That would make sense. Ashe is an incredibly strong hero when you protect her properly, and what are you going to have to do for that? You're going to have to take the high ground.
And look at this. Look at the Doomfist flank. He's waiting to engage as the rest of Charge come in.
Eileen up on the flank and a dive on over. Agility's moving in on the main. Now his Iceblock's already down, so he can't be too crazy here. Needs to play with this team, and so far doing just that. 2-1 in favor of the Valiant, and just on cleanup right now. They deal with the Orisas. The barriers are down.
Oh man, now they don't have those. And Kib and Happy are still on the point, trying to do something, but they're all going to be shooting Kib. They're going to be taking them both down. So that's going to be 2 late stagger kills for Valiant.
Valiant looking very good right now. 2.5 minutes left for the charge, and the question is, what are they going to roll? Happy got on Widowmaker. And by the way, Widow versus 2 Pharahs, that could be a good matchup.
Widow is definitely one of the best possible situations here for Charge, especially now that you have Shu on the Hammond and Hylian on Winston. You have a lot of mobility. You can just play around Happy and just look for the picks.
And they already get the pick off. KSF caught off guard, and now you gotta look towards what Happy is gonna do here. He could get dive bombed by both Pharahs, but they don't respect the Widow threat here. It's gonna get real ugly real fast. Hurry! Moves in, Death Blossom. Happy gets one. And Happy, so long as he can stay alive, this should be quite good for the charge.
And I think this should be the offense. There's going to be the Blizzard out from Agilities. Iyazaki dropping the old demecking Rio, but losing his life for it. And I think this will be it for Charge. This should be the first tap.
It wasn't too bad for Valiant to get a few pickoffs the other way, but again, Happy is the problem here. Got multiple pickoffs to start that out and looking for more. And Iyazaki, I don't know if Far is what you want to be on here. The Farm Mercy, it could be rough unless they're able to find a way to deal with that.
Good, but you know, Happy right now, he's not landing the shots just at this moment. But I'm sure as long as he stays alive, he is a deadly Widowmaker, so you don't want to be playing as a line of sight.
Well, it's a camera curse. He was getting pickoffs when we weren't looking at him. Now that we were looking at him, doesn't get anything.
That's just how it works. And Kib also now on the Moira means they will have the sustain for Charge to actually fight off Kib.
Charge, again, a little bit of back and forth here, not a full dive. Happy off the flank, finds KSF. Now, sorry in his face. Back up the other way, looking for the sky shot and gets it.
Happy, you know, just I'm sure he's a little happy himself. He's dancing around. He will get picked up by Agilities on that Mercy. Coalescence out. So he will get taken out. They won't have to worry about the Widowmaker coming in. But still,
watch him get
Ashe.
Watch him get. Oh,
no, he gets something even better. The Mercy.
Mercy actually pretty good in this situation, given what actually wins in Mystery Heroes.
However, the double sniper setup coming from Valiant. That's the Iyazaki Kuki double sniper Widow. And this is one position where the Widow could actually do a lot because you have such great sightlines.
Well, the ideal for the Widow here is going to be able to find a way to get them happy, but the same note, they also don't want to get taken down by the Hans on the other side, which can be surprisingly decent versus the Widow in these situations. Eileen moving forward. He's on the hunt for the Widow right now, and this is advantageous to a Winston here. Not a lot of places for the Widow to get away. Just going to get juggled, but Iyazaki wastes most of his Primal.
That is, the Primal used for 1 kill, but I mean, even investing Primal for 1 kill is really not a bad trade by any means, as Charge are just fighting that point. The grab is out. Rio's caught, but they aren't able to pick it up finally. Bunny's going to be able to pick up the frag, but there's just too much healing from Coalescence.
Charge well on their way here. They're getting point B, and it's not anywhere near as quick as what the Valiant were able to set, but it's not a bad time. And if they were able to finish in the next minute or two, they'd have options as we go in the extra rounds.
And now we have a double Moira setup now for Charge. They've had so much success, they want to have another. Give us another Moira.
Double Moira meet double May.
The quad imp. The quad imp compositions.
So, meanwhile, Charge, we're going to hold back here. Wait for him to get up, and ooh, Happy gets caught. May Icicle right to the dome, and it's a pretty good omen here for the Valiant as they look to regroup on their defense. Double walls out, but not enough to save Agilities.
No, it's not. And this Whole Hog is actually doing so much work. Charge's gonna catch Kareem and Agilities. Rio finishes off Cookie. No one's pushing point. Charge, you gotta push to the point if you wanna win.
It was a really nice Whole Hog. Seeing the replay for that would be great, but it just chunks through the defense, makes an opening for the Charge, and this is what they need if they want to set a competitive time.
Right now, Rio's so close to that Coalescence. And really, Valiant, they're not going to have a lot to contest this. KSF will have to get this Sombra ult. He gets the EMP very soon. He's so close. He's at 68%. He gets the pick on Happy.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bigger part there is that not only building ult, but you deal with the Zen outright. Just, hop in from behind. He's not expecting it. Valiant now with the ability to re-solidify their defense, and they have an okay setup right here, especially with KSF getting the Zen.
KSF getting Zen is probably the best possible pick they could have in this scenario when they're running triple Monkey, triple Winston, plus Char on Roadhog. That's a quad tank versus Zen.
Yeah, you know, a lot of big beefy bodies to throw a Discord on there, but these are about to be some angry bodies. You have the tire coming up from Miyazaki, gets one of the Winstons down. In fact, two of the Winstons are down. Eileen angry over the entire situation, moving on in, but he's just taking too much damage from all sides. It's disruption, but it's not resulting in anything here, and Eileen just has to back out.
And it looks like right now, this is looking very, very good for Valiant. Their Agility's is chasing so deep. He's on the pack, he gets it. Eileen, he was hoping to finish him, but the problem is that both these heroes, both Rio, both Eileen, are so low for his agilities. He has so much sustain as Moira.
He gets healed up there too, he's getting low. I think he just got a health pack in the middle. That bunny though, gonna fall. Chara treating him to the whole hog special, and yet for Valiant, this has been quite good here, although they are starting to bleed players. They need to just cool it down a bit.
They do need to cool down a bit because the rest of Charge are now coming
Shu.
to the point. Shu doing so much work on the Ashe. KSF needs to live, but also they have to touch point. Valiant needs to touch point.
Valiant has to get over here in a hurry, but Shu showing that he's a very good player on hit-scan heroes, and they can't get to the point in time.
And that will be Charge finishing up the offense. They have significantly less time, though. So the stats, the statistics in terms of mystery heroes are not in their favor because sometimes you have to spend a little bit of time, you know, working out your composition.
Well, let's see how they roll those dice here. Happy got Soldier. That's a good start.
And Rio got Zen.
And Kib's no stranger to playing Zen. This is...
Well, Kib is not playing Zen.
I meant to say Sombra, which is really quite good for the Charge.
You are correct.
Because Kib is really comfortable in Sombra, and you put Shu on McCree. He's been good on single-shot hit-scan heroes. This is not bad for the Charge.
And probably the best thing at all of that is the fact that Valiant doesn't really have a lot of support for themselves. They have Kariv on the Brigitte, but they don't have much to contest the high ground. They have their Pharah to spam. They have the double Sombra to harass, but they're not going to really win the long-range duel where if Shu and Happy get set up, that'll be that.
I think this is a type of role for the Charge where it's not absolute perfection, but you're trading out some high fives. You like how this worked out.
Especially once they see the comp that Valiant's won. They just can't lose anyone early.
Oh!
He was waiting at spawn, waiting to catch anybody. They weren't expecting the Sombra.
You're not getting that Zen back, by the way.
No, you're not.
In all likelihood.
But Kib taking out KSF, I mean, a decent trade, but nothing really great. Ooh. But Shu taking agilities is a great trade. That's a great trade. You want to get rid of one of the Sombras. There's too much value.
It's enough trading here. The Charge is definitely going to try and contest the high ground. They're going to use a reset to lead the way. Shield blocking. Kib on a rampage. Going to grab another. And here comes Rio on the Hanzo, making it work.
And now they're in really good point presence, too, because Happy's up on the high ground. And he has the Orisa shield. But KSF going to pick up Rio. Happy, he's so low. He doesn't get out. KSF gets two.
KSF on the dash reset. Still healthy and whole on the other side. Kariv hacked. He's going to live.
So hurt.
No, he's not going to live. Kib doing so much work on Sombra. It's why it's one of the heroes that is super comfortable on here. And he very well could get an EMP.
And Chara's now behind. Shu's going to go down again. Miyazaki in main lane. Tracer, they only have 13 seconds left. Charge, they need to touch the point soon. They have to regroup. They can't be losing anyone else.
And right after I said that, Kib got caught, wasn't able to get away, and there's just not enough people left for the Charge here. Now, note, they did get 43%, so they have options in alternate rounds, but for now...
Oh, Chara.
Okay, random Charge! Happy, gonna catch agilities. They're gonna need a lot more than that, but it's start. It is the Ray of Hope, and well,
the Ray of Hope is gone.
It's gone.
It is now covered by clouds.
It was a mere flicker.
Clouds of despair.
Clouds of despair that somehow don't have silver linings.
No.
No.
There's nothing there. And Charge, I mean, they got some ticks on the point, so they can have a spectacular first offense and still win this map. But Valiant looking firmly in control.
Ready for battle.
Double Sombra for the Valiant.
Double Sombra, double Widow.
Widow, okay.
That's really good for Numbani. Widow on first is a very strong role.
Now we look to see what got top decked over by the Chargers. Right, we're going to be using top deck as a term here. Let's just...
We've used it previously, and we should use it more.
We really should. You know, early hold here where, you know, you can't mulligan or anything like that. That would actually be cool. If as a team you could get like a mulligan or two. Double May, Hanzo. It'll be interesting. I don't know if this is really what the Charge need to hold for 4 minutes to prevent yet another map 3. But
I find it unlikely, especially when you're playing against double Widow, double Sombra. I find this unlikely to be the composition that will win it all for you.
It's a good setup for the Valiant here. I think it would be hard for the Charge to do this, but you know, maybe they work some magic double walls and deal with this incoming storm.
You know, Happy playing this flank on the health pack. He's just be looking for any sort of pickups. Both the Widows moving here on the flank. Happy is getting caught. He's fighting both Widows.
Going
Happy.
for Hog versus double
Happy,
Widow.
no!
Both Widows are down. They're gone.
Okay, but that was Eileen coming in for the cleanup, so it worked out. But look at Valiant; they have so many people on the point. The rest of Charge need to be here; they need to touch. But luckily, that's why you have 2 Mays, because you can contest the point.
It's a lot of stall. It's a way to freeze out the clock, both literally and figuratively, and it works out. Kib on the cleanup. They deal with the opening gambit coming out here from the Valiant.
And this was so good for Charge that they were able to win his KSM fight.
I'm not here.
Watch Agility. He's looking at Agility just get frozen permanently. He's so sad.
It's like,
bye-bye, Agility.
you know, that's real unfortunate. Sombra, even in lore, a bit of a solo operator, and definitely saw that there.
However, now this setup now for Valiant is much less advantageous. Bunny on the Soldier is a very strong pick, and as long as Kuki on the McCree, but you know, as long as they prevent the setup, look how aggressive Charge is being on main as well.
Big Charge followed up by the wall. Rio signed the move on in, and all right, it's a team spin control. They lose Chara, though, and Kib, so Valiant getting some decent trades here. Charge starting to look like a wounded animal. They will have a chance to get back, but they're losing too many.
I mean, Eileen and Happy are also in main. They're going to have to touch the point at some point if Valiant are able to touch. Eileen gets the freeze. He has Blizzard. Will he be able to touch in time?
Charge coming right back over.
Will they be able to touch?
It's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough, and no, they can't get back in time. Valiant take the Bonnie. They bounce back, and now my prediction that the Charge would win a little bit more scary.
Crumbling by the minute.
I didn't have the faith in.
I know.
Can I call him Brady?
You can. You can do it.
Okay, you're giving me permission.
I'm giving you permission.
I didn't have the faith in Brady. That is agility. Is that you know, Avast had it. Connor.
I know. You have to. You have to have that. You have to have that faith. that faith. Okay. I saw that guy just do. You know, he did the Valiant drawing. You know, remember that opening on Twitter?
It's true.
Where he's like, "Hey, I'm agilities," and he did that. Like I saw him do that, which means he's earned my heart.
That's all it took.
Yeah, that's all it took.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's easy.
So throw back to a Disney Channel intro. That's all you need.
All right. That you know, and the Disney Channel is great. They show a lot of Overwatch broadcast as well. So, yep, that is where we're gonna put that. So
I mean, him being good is okay too. I mean, that's cool.
Yep.
It's not really that important though.
It's not that cool actually.
It's secondary to the whole point.
Well, guys, it is even between these two teams. Valiant have bounced back. The players, though, they are going to be making a few substitutions as we look in to get to yet another third and definitive map number 3 here on the Overwatch Community Countdown. We'll be right back. The Overwatch League Community Countdown rolls on where, guess what? It's another Map 3. That means we're going to be going to Assault. And, you know, if you're a fan of Assault, it's been a good day for Assault maps.
We're blessed with Assault. We've been blessed with a lot of Assault maps.
Well, it's not just been Assault. It's been Assault maps that go to distance where it's not a mere 2-to-1. We've been getting up there where 4 points is more the norm.
Well, that's the mystery hero meta.
Yeah.
Where you can't defend realistically. More often than not, you have about 2 or 3 offenses that you have to get through before you can finally get a solid defense. And so I wouldn't be surprised at all to see it moving into our next map here between the Charge and the Valiant. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
The one thing I do want to see here, because just statistically, I don't know if it's actually likely because it's very specific, but if we could get the one time where one team on spawn rolls a perfect 3-3. They just get goats.
I feel like there must be some I'm sure someone has a probability worked out somewhere, but that seems like such an incredibly low probability for that to ever happen. But I would be extremely impressed if it were.
Well, then the best part is that you roll 3-3, but then you just lose.
And this is a map we actually haven't seen yet today. It's a Horizon, some Horizon Lunar Colony here.
It is, and I'm not sure the teams actually get to decide the maps here. I think because it's preseason, we go for maximum variety.
We do, and I'm pretty sure maximum variety.
I'm down
that's
for
the
it.
Whole point. I mean, that's Mystery Heroes. Maximum variety.
Mystery maps, mystery heroes, nothing is for sure today. Aside from the fact that the games have been good.
That is true. Valiant, I think, actually running a pretty decent comp for this first point. You know, they have the Winston, they have the Hammond, they have plenty of ability to pressure the point. Set up Iazaki in main as we pause.
Technical
difficulties.
AKA a player pulled his mouse too hard, probably just completely ruined it, and we are frantically looking for a replacement. I don't know. It is almost certainly some player peripheral issue. That is true. That is the likely.
That is the most likely scenario because I mean, what else could it be?
Yeah.
You know, we're out of options, huh?
Vancouver came back on stage.
Vancouver came back to celebrate again.
Vancouver
like,
came
guys,
back.
we did it. We did it. We won the Mystery Heroes.
It's like we understand. Like, why are you guys so hype? You won Apex. It's preseason.
But we're back. Eileen getting the early frag, just getting some of the cleanup damage onto Agilities, that is. As Valiant's just trying to just cross under and touch main.
Well, contender champions or no for Vancouver. I'm sure they've done their celebrating and then some. So, funny. Here on the ground, Valiant looking for a way in right now where it's pretty DPS heavy, I would say, as KSF just almost gets taken down early.
And, you know, we talked about the offense setup being pretty good, but actually this defensive setup for Charge is even better. You have the Orisa, you have double hit scan. You're able to just play slow and play around those two.
Valiant, a bit of trouble here. Kareem going to get hacked and down, but not without a trade. Shoot out of it, and not too bad of a gang here for the Valiant. They continue trading out, and they do just that. They deal with the healing engine of Eileen in the back, and this is where Reaper can really shine.
KSF has been doing so much, partially because he was tanked by Iazaki there in that Diva fight right there, but now he can sit on the point, he can start getting cap time. This is really good for Valiant.
Very good for Valiant here, and they're just going to roll over, cap the point, and it's a quick time.
And now Charge in a really unfortunate scenario here because they're going to be coming up with the Primal, the Death Blossom, even the High Noon. And they don't have very much to deal with that at all. They're going to have double Zarya.
It's like, well, we don't have ult charge, but double Zarya?
Double Zarya, once again.
I mean, it is scary. Double Zarya, there was a point where it was the most terrifying setup in all of Overwatch before it got nerfed, but, you know, it might not be enough here. We'll see. Especially, oh, Agility's got caught.
Well, that is an early pickoff, which means it's pretty much going to stop the snowball just a little bit for Valiant.
Lucky not to lose KSF there, where KSF also ate a lot of damage. Iazaki got to spend some time getting everyone back up, but, you know, we might be back to an old favorite here. I won't call it Beyblade because it doesn't have the speed, but, you know, Reaper on the cards. Right?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised for the Lightning McCree, the Lightning Cowboy.
He put on Cookie. He just put on Cookie right away. That's going to get Cookie up to Primal Rage status. So not only disruption in the back, KSF picking up those who Cookie disrupted with the Death Blossom. Still has the Primal in reserve. This is a very good attack so far from Valiant.
And Kareev has that Diva up, so he is able to just give so much presence to the point. Eating those orbs from Kiv as well. You can't get the damage, you can't get the healing. Trying to contest Rio, and right now someone has to touch point for Charge.
Charge needing to get back in there, and they have wounded the Valiant a bit. This is something that they could feasibly bring back. Rio going to use Attack Visor over the top, and Bunny, nope, not going to be able to hide on the pillar there. As the Charge do fend it off, but not without a cost. 79.5 to Valiant.
That's a lot of ult charge. And they get the nano off. They're going to be chasing down Rio. Cookie just being so aggressive here. Coalescence out. Happy tanking him as well, so he will be able to get out.
Cookie back on in, ready for more. Diving over, slept,
a little
and
too
dispatch.
Deep. A little too deep there, ZP.
Happy defending his turf. Good play coming out from Happy, and that's going to buy the Charge some pretty valuable breathing room.
It is. I mean, there's almost 2 ticks. Well, actually, there are 2 ticks onto the point here. Wow, no, not quite 2 ticks. They stopped it right there. So
no, it is 2 ticks.
Is it 2 ticks?
You're
my,
right.
my mind.
I
did it right. It's the it's my eyes deceiving me. It's just my eyes deceiving me.
You're just crying for emotion again.
Had a long day of Overwatch.
You couldn't see properly. It's fine. I live that world all the time, even with my glasses on.
True. Someone called your glasses spectacles, by the way.
I mean, you could call it whatever
it's technically
that
correct, but it's just funny to me.
I just don't know that they make glasses this strong. It's actually a miracle. But we see Valiant trying to get back in. Izaki going to fall early. Shu catches him off with the Fire Strike. And for Valiant, now it's about, do you really want to go in right now? The answer, well, they got Rio. Might be yes.
Agility's catching Rio early means it's the opening. He's going to get Only Wish as well. They're on the point. There's so much damage here for Valiant. This should be a cap potentially.
Speaking of Valiant, it's a valiant effort coming from Agility. He's getting several pickoffs with Doomfist. It's a lot harder nowadays, but Eileen going to split the battlefield, pick up 2. And the Charge still not really in much of a trouble as Rio cleanup coming in from McCree.
That's going to be a 3K for Rio. He went down early but came back with a vengeance on that McCree. He is going to go down to Creve, who's still hiding up on the high ground, catches him there. He's still doing so much damage here on that hallway, but he's going to get caught very soon. Happy's going to pick him up.
The good thing about it for there is that Rio was doing quite well in the McCree, so he might have fallen, but staying around and getting a key pick off of Mystery Heroes is actually more effective than average gameplay. You're able to stop
ult charge being built. You're able to get someone off a hero that'll be very effective on or counters your comp. Ooh. And now Valiant are in a very dive scenario. They have 3 dive tanks and a Genji.
Yeah, well, not just anyone on Genji. It's Agility's on Genji. He gets to play one of his signature heroes here. So Agility's gets to potentially just die really quick without doing much. No, was able to back on out. Valiant moving in for now. It's a trade out, back and forth charge in a better spot. So this might be something. Oh, Agility's can't get away. Kim doing work on the Moira. DPS players getting more DPS than expected out of Moira.
Well, that is the problem, is when you're trying to go deep there, and there's a lot of static defense heroes like that Symmetra and Eileen, like Shu, like Kib. I mean, you can't get a lot done when you're playing that composition.
Also, Agility's just going through his entire life. It's like, I used to play Genji before I had the suddenly play more Brigitte. And, well, now Brigitte.
And now Brigitte. And this has actually been a very, very strong defensive charge. They've stabilized a lot. They're about to have another Coalescence. They're close to the Shatter. So realistically, there's not a lot in Valiant's arsenal other than the Widow.
But the Widow can be pretty powerful, especially when teams aren't defending silence the way they normally would. Creve, though, under so much pressure. Kib is an assassin on the Moira right now, really making it work for the Charge. And off of that, the Charge again will be pushing the Valiant back.
Eileen, he's just looking for those frags, hunting. He's about to have that ult for him there. They're going to find Cookie on the lower left. Will they be able to pick him up, though? He sets up the turret. But no. But yeah, that's going to be only Wish actually clean up the frag there. We're going to have the Shatter. Shu goes down to KSF. KSF needs to stay alive because Widow is a really good hero for this point, for this defense, especially when Charge does not have a lot to contest him.
Widow in general is something you seemingly want to protect.
It's 2. That's a second. Rio down.
Widow, powerful in Mystery Heroes here, but you know, you take a look. Can he deal with Kib, who has been the backline assassin on the Moira here? Unexpected move. He has a bead right now on Shu.
Got him! But KSF picks him up. KSF opening it up. There's a symmetrical, meaning he won't be able to get a ton of damage on the point.
Shower gonna go down. Reinhardt baiting dance in progress, but it's Bunny standing on top. Valiant looking for a win, but the Symmetra shield actually is really well placed. Buys quite a bit of time. And the Charge fighting through his Shu is doing work at the backfield on Tracer. Picks up 3.
Yeah, that shield was so important because it essentially completely negated KSF, who also had aggression come on at the same time, but your spawns are able to come back, play the shield, mitigate the damage from everyone else that's alive for Valiant, so Charge once again stabilized.
What are the odds that Kib has gold damage right now on Moira?
I mean, it's actually extremely likely.
He's been doing so much here. He hasn't been falling. He's been getting out of bad situations, picking off people in the back. And no, Happy's lived long enough here. He's Valkyrie for the next fight. Shu again strikes the hit scan master, who's actually a support player. Does it one more time, and the Charge just picking Valiant apart.
And not just that, but winning the Tracer battle versus KSF, an actual DPS player. So Shu, you know, he's been showing a lot of flexibility here.
We now announce the trade of Shu to another Overwatch League team in the role of DPS. But you finally going to be taken out. Rio, disruption in the backfield. Might have gone a little bit deep here. In fact, well, a lot bit deep. Mercy get chunks out of the Winston there, and Rio lucky to get away with his life.
And this is last fight for Valiant. They're going to be rallying onto the point. There's the Valkyrie as well. Will Agility be able to get this grab in time?
Well, it's Valkyrie versus Valkyrie. Shu out of the fight. Kib still around, but this might be too much to ask. We're in the middle of overtime, and Kib's going to have to roll on the point of Coalescence. But they're not able to stay on the point.
They're not. And Only Wish also hits a crazy headshot onto the Valkyrie Kuki, by the way. But it's not, it doesn't really matter at that point because there's so much point control for Valiant. But that was a little bit of an insane shot from Only Wish.
So in the end, Valiant, they're able to cap it out, but it does take all of their time. So, you know, this is where we can go to a little bit more traditional cast and remind people of the win conditions here, which is that if the Charge are able to take point B with a minute and at least 1 second left on the clock, it's going to be really easy for them to win the match because the Valiant won't get another attack. The Charge will only have to get 33% on point A.
And in Mystery Heroes, it's very easy to get a tick. As long as you're not, unless you're not blessed by the Mystery Hero, pantheon, you know, if you're not having those blessings, then maybe not. But the better Mystery Hero team always wins.
Charge did get blessed here pretty heavily. They have 2 supports. They have Happy on Widow, which alone would be enough, but you also put Kib to Junkrat, a hero he's very comfortable on. It's actually really nice for the Charge.
Quite good. This is quite good for Charge.
It's not the dream, but man, you would not throw away this hand.
It's also not the most ideal defensive setup for Valiant, though they will be able to be very aggressive when they run into Hammond, have Kuki on the Genji, KSF on the Doomskin.
Again.
Well, Happy gets Bunny very quickly. So
quick 6 on 5, and yeah, the Happy Widow, I mean, even if he could pick what he wanted here, he might just go the Widow to begin with, so this is so good right now for the Charge.
He's going to be doing so much, and they have this pick, so Charge needs to be trying to walk in, clear someone from the high ground, and just get the point presence.
Happy looking for the pick off here, and you know, being conservative. The Charge are slow playing this a little bit. Time is on their side to a degree, and look, Happy's a good guy to have a bit of faith in, saying he's going to get pick off because usually he will.
Right now, they're just trying to set up Happy. He's getting that damage boost. There it is. Bunny's turret. Well, I thought that was Bunny, but that's Bunny's turret.
It's merely a turret.
It's just merely a turret. Bunny's getting so much damage still onto that Genji. D-man for Shu. So right now, Charge really need to be pressuring the point a lot more, especially with the Nano on the Junkrat. They need to be pressuring the point.
The Valiant have been doing a good job of playing sightlines, not giving Happy great opportunities here. He does find Bunny. Meanwhile, Kib under pressure on the Junkrat. So much good healing comes from Rio. Rio able to keep him alive, still up himself. Eileen, though, gonna fall in for Kib. 9 HP. He would love to live a little bit longer to get to a Riptire.
He would, but then the bout comes out for Rio. I mean, at this point, it's a little too late. Happy's infra-sighted out. Unless he's able to get the Kib. Kib gets Iazaki. He's about to have Tire. KSF, he gets his dupe. He gets ult forced. He was so low.
Kib's getting healed. They will get a chance to get the Tire out.
Okay, well then Rio and Kib surviving there was so huge. They just need to get this next offense because they have Tire. They have Tire. As long as they bring them to point, this should be a win.
Charge has lost a lot of time here just because of how well Valiant has been playing around the Widow play. You take a look at how they're positioning. It's been good, but not quite good enough. Happy finds KSF. And here comes Riptire that should put it away.
Look how aggressive Happy is being too with this damage boost. There's the double. Actually, there was the triple Reaper at one point. Quad Reaper at one point. Actually, Bunny would be swapping because he did go die. Because that's going to be that. You can't really contest a Widow with 4 Reapers.
Really?
It's not possible.
You know, Happy kind of agrees with me, I would say.
Yeah, I bet he would. I bet Happy would.
He's just
agree.
like, you come at me with 4 Agents of Doom. I'm okay with this.
And we talked about the win conditions here about, you know, how are they actually going to win the map, how are they going to win this series. But realistically, the Charge's win condition is keeping Happy alive on Widow this entire time.
And they've done just that. And I think Happy guts the Ashe there. Iazaki gonna fall, and I think Happy's played a little bit more conservative than you would expect, just because he values keeping the Widow here. It's a big win condition, as you said.
There, he's just gonna back up there. He doesn't want to take the fight because right there, Shu gets Bunny. So now Charge, they have 2 picks. They should be trying to walk in.
Happy looking for it. Chunks Kareev. And again, he's not going for the crazy aggressive shots here. I think it's by design. They have 5 minutes. Wait for the opportunity.
Right here, he is going to go for the far peek on right. He's going to get Cookie, but I mean, they're down 2. Happy, he needs to get out or else he's going to lose the Widow.
He's real lucky that that hook didn't connect. That probably should have. That was free for Bunny. He just missed.
Look how aggressive Valiant are playing in main as well. They're trying to mitigate as much of the sightlines that Happy has.
The other big thing here is that Rio's been able to stay alive on the Mercy, where you think back to it, Rio was getting real low at points, and oh, Happy's gone!
Hook from Bunny, great hook. And now the win condition's gone for Charge.
Yeah. Bunny doesn't miss a second time, although it would be unfortunate if Happy comes back here in a Hanzo. Just like, we just took you out, and oh no. The scariest option of all, the Mei.
The Mei. Well, the Mei will be an interesting choice to see how they work it out. Eileen will have that whole hog, so maybe they can set up with a wall. Kib's going to go down so close to Tyre as well.
So right now, remember, Valiant did finish out the map. Charge, at a minimum, needs to get point B in full, or it will be the Valiant's win. And Agility's going, yeah, I can play Zen. I can channel my DPS ability here on this hero.
I mean, without the Widow, he's sort of free to do whatever he wants. He's doing so much damage. He has the trance, too, if he needs to get out. Obviously, I would not recommend using it to get out, but
not quite.
When you're playing this aggressive as Zen, sometimes you just got to pop the Jonak trance.
KSF, got to check your corners. He says the other team, and they're not. Takes down Only Wish, who went to check, ends up getting domed. The KSF going to spin the win, back the other way. Air over the top, down goes Bastion. Nice replay.
Agility's popping that trance in main, coming forward just to keep KSF alive as well. So now they're holding spawn. Valiant's holding spawn here. They have grab, they have whole hog. This is a combo I have not seen in ages, by the way, if they set up the grab whole hog combo.
Well, they might have whole hog, but Charge has 2 hogs.
They do have 2 hogs.
I don't know if that's actually
Happy gets agilities though. Then the pull from Shu gets Bunny. He interrupts the healing. Cookie's going to take down Rio, but this is really good for Charge. They've got a 2 picks.
It's not too bad. KSF also a bit overextended. In trouble. Going to be rolling away, but if he goes down, Agility's on a Reaper of his own. Double Reaper in play now for the Valiant.
And now they're going to get a very late kill onto Izaki as well. He loses all of that energy. He has Kariv though. He has Barrage. He drops it right there. He goes down. There's so much health walking through that doorway.
There's a lot of beefy players coming on in. Agility's on the Reaper. Gets the back. Deals with Kib. And 2 Reapers still up here. Set up where you're up against 5. Very winnable for the Valiant, but the Bunny going down makes it harder. Coalescence now going to be invested by the Charge. They're going to try and seize most of this opportunity. Whole hog out. They're moving on to the point, looking for tick number 1. Likely about to get it. Eileen in the back, able to get Izaki and
KSF. He gets KSF
KSF
as well. That's so big. Despite the pickoff early from Kib, Zin is so important to clean up this point. They are going to be able to cap it out. This should be it.
Guangzhou Charge moving in, getting point B, and more importantly, doing it with time left.
Now they just need 1 tick.
Yeah.
Just 1 tick for that first point, and they will have achieved the Mystery Hero victory. They would have proven themselves, and they would have ruined my prediction.
Yep.
And I don't want that.
Well, you know, your prediction, I feel like you're making it more of camaraderie there than, I don't know if that's what you truly believe.
I'm channeling my inner Brent. I am channeling my inner Brent. I will not lose on the prediction game, even though I already have, which means I am also Brent, because I've also lost on the prediction game already.
At least Brent had a book giving him advice, and more specifically, the book was a scapegoat. Where's your scapegoat here? Are you going to tell us that Groose told you to pick him?
I don't have a scapegoat, and Groose is currently not available for me to limit that. He's somewhere. He's hanging about somewhere.
Well, Groose got put in what Gil called it the sense deprivation chamber.
Deprivation.
Which is basically the puppy kennel with a blanket over.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to calm down. You know, there's a lot of big community countdown events going on, so you have to chill out.
It's usually his nap time right now, anyways. We've just kept him really excited.
That's true. And Guangzhou, they're actually running with the double Sombra here with the Ana, and I think this is a very viable comp as long as Agilities and KSF can't just win the air battles again. The Air Force.
Well, the Air Force is in, but
this is not Happy? He didn't see Izaki hiding in the corner.
It's just scary because all it takes is 1 icicle right to the dome, no matter what HP you're at here. And, well, you know, an arrow does the job as well. Who knew?
And right now, Valiant's being incredibly aggressive on main. Izaki getting 2 picks.
Rockets, icicles, got all in their arsenal right now. And
Bunny doing a little bit of a flail on his mouse around.
Who knows? Maybe you were right after all.
But right now, they're just waiting. They're getting their picks back up. Guangzhou, they're coming back. And realistically, this is a tough hold to break. Bunny, along with the double Ferris, just with so much damage here on the main. They need to protect Rio. This is Charge's only chance.
Agility's got hit by the Bionade. Had no reprieve. Taken out. Both Pharas are out of it. The Air Force is done. And the army of the Charge now looking for a way in. Remember, they only need a 3rd here. And Izaki trying to buy a little bit of delay here.
Izaki's so hurt.
Yeah, you know where to go. And you gotta give credit here to the Charge taking their time. They haven't put anyone on the point. They're just making sure the premises is clear. Then they move in.
Now they've picked up those frags. They've kept Rio alive. They're on the point. Rio, he needs those heals. Make sure that he stays alive. But Bunny right there. But that's gonna be it. That is gonna be Charge picking up their Mystery Hero victory.
Charge were able to do it. Your boy Brady fell